right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. I am actually streaming this. This is going to be a bit of a new attempt that I'm making, a new way to talk about news that is coming in through the community, mostly because I'm on a time crunch tonight. I'm packing up my house. I am moving here within a week. I actually am officially today a homeowner, which is really cool. I'm really excited about that. And so I've got a lot of stuff to get done. And so I really wanted to give my thoughts on this and talk through if I think this is a big deal or not, if I think you guys should care about it, and where my head is at on this. And so this is going to be a very brief stream. I'm going to talk about this for 5 to 10 minutes or so. Call it a night, and then later tonight I'm going to stream my Grand Arena phases. And so for anyone wanting to see Grand Arena tonight, that will be about 8 o'clock my time, 8 Pacific, which is about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's a bit late, but that's just what my schedule is going to require this time. All right, so you guys all probably know this already. I'm not going to read this verbatim to you, but the TLDR is that it's been announced today that we are taking the hard node refreshes from 8 to 5. Crumb posted that bomb on the forums, conveniently on a Friday. And so there's a lot of outrage and pandemonium, etc. about this. Now, my initial opinion on this was, it says here, you can see Crumb says, future update, blah, blah, blah. This was temporarily increased. And so the word temporary is kind of where my opinion hinges on this issue, because to me, if Capital Games is forward with us and says this is a temporary change, and then they change it back after a period of time, it feels very fair to me. It's exactly what they said they were going to do. And so to me, maybe I don't like it, but that's what the expectation has been from the beginning, and so I can respect it, if that makes sense. And so there was a little bit of confusion on whether or not they did say temporary, and let me walk you through this. They mentioned here that it was changed with Mods 2.0, and so somebody smartly went to the Mods 2.0 update. That is right here. And with Mods 2.0, down here at the bottom is where they increased hard node attempts. And you notice here, increasing hard node attempts have been increased from 5 to 8. And so it does not say temporary here. That to me seems like a pretty big deal, because there is no mention of temporary. And so if this was packaged as a permanent change and now it's changed, I feel like there's a little bit more justification in being upset. Hey, thanks Eric for the donation. $2. Thank you very much. But in game, it appears that may not have been the case. And so the last thing I want to show you guys, and this is where I think my opinion definitely softens on the issue. This was sent to me. This right here, and I'll move it over so you guys can see it. This is the in-game message we got about this. And to me, in-game message carries possibly the most weight. And it says, for a limited time, PvE hard nodes have been had their daily action caps increased from 5 to 8. This change applies to both light and dark side nodes. And so, while I understand the frustration about this post from Crumb, I personally feel like it makes a lot more sense to stick at 8. I think that was working for us. This was in-game packaged to us as a temporary change. And as such, I am not personally outraged. I don't feel like I've been misled. I don't feel like this is a big undercut to the player base, because it's what they said they would do. If they hadn't said temporary, if they hadn't said limited time, I'd be a lot more upset about it. Now, all of that said, they waited a very long time for this. This Mods 2.0 update, let's see, what date was this? This was 8/30. It's now almost, more than 6 months later. And so to me, I also empathize with the community, where it's like, okay, you said temporary, yes, but temporary almost, more than 6 months later. If it's going to be temporary, you might want to make it less than that time, because at a certain point, it just feels like it's permanent. And so going forward, kind of my advice, I guess, to Capital Games is, if you're going to make a temporary change, maybe give it a little bit more of a time frame, make it feel a little bit more temporary, because after 6 months, it no longer feels temporary, even though you did say temporary. I'm personally going to cut you some slack on this, on what my take is on it, because it did say limited time in the game. And so I guess limited time meant a very long time, but still limited. And also, I mean, maybe we just shouldn't mess with increasing, decreasing the caps, because, you know, it creates issues as we're seeing here. There's definitely issues in regards to this. So whatever the case is, this is a very brief video, very brief live stream. I just wanted to get on and give my take on it. The TLDR to all of this is, I don't like the change. I feel like it should have stayed at 8. They did say it was going to be temporary. It did say that in-game, even though the forums post here didn't indicate temporary. In-game, it did indicate temporary. And so it makes sense to me. I don't love it. I think that temporary should probably in the future be less than 7 or 8 months or whatever this was. And I think that's what's leading to the frustration. All right, my friends, thanks so much for joining me for the brief live stream video talking about this. I'm going to jump off right now, and then be sure to join me here in a bit. In a couple hours, I will be live streaming my Grand Arena attempts. Let me know what you guys think. I know on the live stream comments, I normally respond to those. This is more of a video format, so fill up the comments with how you guys feel about this below. I know there's a lot of strong opinions about it. Again, what it comes down to me, I don't love the change. It was packaged as temporary to us in game, and so I personally can't fault CG too much for doing what they said they would do. I just feel like they probably waited too long to do it, because at a certain point, there's a statute of limitations on what temporary is, in my opinion. I think we crossed it in this case. So again, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys tonight for my Grand Arena stream. Have a great night, everyone.